This is a new barn find project that we're going to be dealing with, or I'm going to be dealing with. It's a 1976 BMW 2002, 4-speed, Golf yellow. It's in some pretty rough shape. Nick will show you around. A lot of spider webs in the card, but yeah, it'll be hopefully a fun little project, and this will be the beginning. We're going to try to get it up out of here. Spider webs galore. It's a deal. So. Handling it is Nick, dude. But yeah, we're gonna try to get it out of here. We'll kind of show you guys the incline we're dealing with. We just gotta get up this little hill here. Trailer's up there, so we're either gonna take it around this flat spot or we're just gonna go for it. So,
well, guys, car's out of the hole. It used to be where that dry spot is. Up around here. Now we're gonna get a run up on the compact and see if we can get on the trailer.
A little bit more. And the rear tire was locked, rear right tire.
Yep.
So, but it's broke loose now. It's good. So, anyways, it's on the trailer. We towed it out rather than push it out. Hooked it up to the bumper. It was just way easier to do it that way. And then Nate kind of wussed out on taking it up on the ramp, driving it, but
you did it fine though.
but it's up here, and yeah, we're gonna wash it off here, pressure wash it, take it home, and yeah, get in the hangar sometime soon and get rid of these ugly wheels. So yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, to do close up on that, horrid. But yeah, time to get on the road. Well, guys, the car's here. It is not my place. Just gonna kind of give you guys an idea of what we're working with. A little bit of stress cracks here. Brakes almost were locked up. There's a little bit of cancer there. It's just got a lot of grime. Sat for 2 years after the guy was doing the brakes on it. So I really have no idea if the brakes work. But it's got a blue window tint. It was originally from Arizona, and he drove it up to Washington in the 2000s. And only has 60,000 miles. Bunch of more grime there, a lot more. All along here, same thing, just a lot of grime. It was sitting under a maple tree in a pretty wet spot, but it doesn't really look too bad. There's a little bit of rust on the underside. You guys can see that right there, right where the exhaust pipe comes out, where it heats up a lot. The trunk actually opens up pretty nicely. There's a rat's nest right there. But the shock tower braces on the inside are primo. There's no rust around them, which is really good. If there was, I'd have to cut out and redo it all. But yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of cleaning up. The color should look like that neon color once we're done washing it. It's Golf yellow. There's only a few of them made, but yeah, we're gonna clean her up. Oh, this one light right here is cracked a little bit. Gonna replace that. I'm gonna take off these US bumpers because they're horrific. Taking off the diving board, I mean, it's like 8 inches long. It's pretty big, so gonna get those out of the way. New wheels and tires, obviously. These would have been cool in the 80s, but they're not now. A little bit of rust right there. It's not too bad at all. It's actually pretty solid, but all in here. Looks pretty good. A little bit of rust starting right here on this panel. And then these cars, if you have a sunroof on, which this one has, which is a neat option, they have a line that comes down here, a rubber hose, and it dumps into the pillar here. And so you'll get cancer all the way along here. And sometimes here. Most of these cars are pretty rotted out, but this one looks okay. Not too bad. But this is probably where some water freezed up, bulged out, then thawed, because there's no hole in there. It's pretty solid, so yeah. And it's got a turbo bumper on it, put on by someone else, or a front splitter. Looks pretty good, but this bumper needs to go. But yeah, I'm gonna do a light pressure wash on it. First, I'm gonna put on some of this Griot's Garage car wash stuff. Really good, cuts through grime nicely. Yeah, we're gonna see how it looks. We're gonna try to split it down the middle and give you guys a good before and after of what it looked like. So stay tuned. Going to be the first of many of these things right here. Lots of spiders in this car. So one thing, if you guys don't know about me, I hate spiders. So this is gonna be a big overcoming some fear. But yeah, we're just gonna let this soak in a little bit and see how she looks. We did the first little pressure wash on this side at least. Doesn't look too terrible. Some of this stuff is pretty stained on there, like all this brown stained on, but with some rubbing and once I do a buff on it with the Griot's buffer, it'll come right out. But this just gets, the first pressure wash gets the main clumps off. But here's the split down the center. You know, already a huge difference. But yeah, we'll start working on it here and get the other side done. But as you guys can see, it's really dirty. So we'll get the rest of it cleaned up here, and then we'll take it off the trailer and start working on it. Well, guys, we mind the yard noise. It's Thanksgiving, and for some reason my neighbors have yard work people working. But you guys can tell right there, that's a pretty significant change in color. So buffing's going well. I don't have a small enough pad to get this part of the door, but it's actually looking pretty good. Some of this stuff's pretty hard to get off. I have to go through here again and try to get it off and with something else, but the stuff I have really could not get that grime off. I tried pressure washing it. I don't want to ruin the paint, so I'm going pretty easy on it, but I'm gonna keep going, and then I'm gonna slowly do the hood and stuff. Sunroof has the worst kind of paint missing on the whole car, so I might go for a patina look. I'm not sure yet, but found a little more rust on the floorboard than we wanted to yesterday or today, but I don't know. It's coming along. It's not looking too bad, so we just got to keep buffing her out and keep chugging away at it. Well, guys, mind the traffic noise a little bit, but got half of it done. A little bit of roof I did. I'm gonna get a different compound and pad here. Probably get some of this dirt out. It's just stuff you can't pressure wash out. It's stuck on there. You have to use your nail to get it off most of the time, and it barely comes off. So I'm gonna use a cutting compound lightly and kind of get this stuff, but most of the car cleaned up, just to this one side. But you can see how much better it looks. But yeah, it's a start. It's not bad. Paint's actually in pretty good shape. A little bit of, you know, cancer here and there, but then I haven't even showed you guys under the hood. Oh. Need a battery for it, obviously, but I think it's got a Weber carb. Not sure. Haven't even looked. But yeah, we gotta get this thing rolling, get it running again. So that'll be a video in itself, but yeah, we got a lot to do. That we couldn't get with the buffer. We're trying to get out with the clay bar, and it's kind of working. You can see on the yellow, the paint, where we got all the stuff that the buffer couldn't get. It's lighter yellow than the stuff that it did, so we're just using some Speed Shine. It's just a lubricant, and then it's raining out, so we have natural water, and we're just trying to get off all the contaminants that we can, and yeah, see if that works. If it doesn't, we're gonna try a different correcting pad. But you can see this side compared to this side. This is what this side used to look like from the shot yesterday. So we're just slowly taking out all the contaminants and seeing if it'll work. So yeah. Well guys, we got her all buffed out. It's looking really good. We just got a new battery for it put in. I got a new point, new distributor cap, new spark plug leads. All that's been put in. We turned on the ignition just to see if the fuel pump would run, and it's right here in the trunk, and we heard it run. We took off the fuel line from the carburetor and put it in a milk jug, and it was pumping gas that we put in it. It was empty beforehand. So now we're gonna give it the first crank and see if it runs. We got a fire extinguisher on hand just in case stuff goes south, but it should fire up. So here we go. The ignition's a little sticky. And it's idling right now, so that's kind of cool. I had to give it a little bit of gas to keep it going. I didn't clean the carbs yet, so I probably have to clean those, but that idled there for a second, so that's pretty good. Yeah guys, we got it moved back in this little corner here, so this is kind of where it's going to stay for a little bit until we get in the hangar. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So we gotta get the brakes fixed. The brakes squeaked really bad. The front ones are pretty much on. So we had to drive it all the way around the circle here and then park it. So I gotta do the brakes on it. You gotta do some little stuff, make sure it runs. But the air filter, it actually idled pretty freaking good. After you guys saw that, we started again, idled, and we took the air filter off, and that air filter was completely gunked up and just really not allowing it to get enough air to idle. So once we did that, it idled good, so we're just gonna let it sit for tonight, and then yeah, I'm gonna try to get those brakes fixed and then take it for a drive. So thanks for watching, stay tuned. Don't forget to go down, like and subscribe if you guys want to see more car content. We're trying to expand our channel into different genres of videos, so yeah, just let us know if you guys dig the car stuff. If not, let us know. Hey, if you guys don't want to see it, then you don't want to see it. So thanks for watching. As always, Thailands.